Hey, what's up, fourth graders? Welcome to today's math class. Excuse me. I know you guys have probably been enjoying yourself at home. I hope you guys have been active. You guys have been doing all your schoolwork and getting your work in to your teachers. So far, you guys have been doing a great job, so I'm very proud of you guys on your hard work. Now remember, I hope you guys are also not staying on technology all throughout this break. Make sure you guys are staying active, having good family and friend time, and developing some good relationships. So hopefully that's the case. Now, what we're going to learn today in math is we are going to talk about area or perimeter. It's going to be a game. So we've been doing a lot with figuring out area and perimeter in our previous lessons. Now we're going to play a game, and we're just going to focus on learning this game, and then you guys can practice this with someone at home, parent, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, anyone you guys can find to be your partner. All right, so you should have the last day of school that you're at Riverside. You guys should have gotten directions. It's right here. It's also on page 233 in your yellow book. You should have gotten a sheet, record sheet for playing this game. You should have gotten a couple copies. This should be in your homework folder. And you guys will also need your yellow math book today because you guys will be doing a page on that. And just a reminder on that, make sure you guys are finishing your work and you guys can get that into your teacher through Google Slides. Take a picture of it, and then you guys can send it to your classroom teacher. And you guys have been doing a great job with that so far. All right, so how do we play area or perimeter? So you guys can either follow along with the sheet that you guys have, and if you guys need to hit the pause button, make sure you guys do that. If you guys have to grab some stuff or you're thinking through a problem, always hit that pause button. All right, so if you guys have your sheet, or you guys can open up to page 233, I'm going to go over the materials you guys will need for this game, and if we have some time, we'll practice around. All right, so area or perimeter, you guys will need 2 dice. You guys will need a 1 to 6 number sided die, and you guys will also need a 4 through 9 number die. So any dice that you guys have at home, you guys will need 2 dice. If you don't have the 9-sided die, just 2 6-sided dies would do just fine. 1 more or less die. Now you guys don't have those. Those are at school, so you guys can just problem solve here. I just took a coin or a little chip like this. M for more, L for less. You guys could do something like grab a quarters, do a head is more, tails is less. You guys can problem solve. You're smart enough for that. And then you don't have the overspin spinner, but again, problem solve. We can just use a paper clip, put a pencil in there. That can be your spinner. All right, and then you guys will also need this record sheet, which I showed you. All right, so I'll just read the directions, and then we'll go from there. So step 1, players decide who will go first. One player rolls the more or less die to find out if they're playing for more or less. Again, you guys can just use that chip, use a quarter, flip it, figure out if it's more, figure out if it's less. All right, so you guys got to decide that in step 1. Step 2, player 1 chooses dimension spinner A or B and spins to get one known dimension. All right, so this is right up here is your dimension spinner A. This is dimension spinner B. So player 1 chooses which one they want to use, A or B. All right, then step 3. Then player 1 rolls both dice, multiplies the numbers rolled, and decides whether he wants the product to be the perimeter or the area. Now, here's a little side note. The product of the roll has to be at least twice as much as the known dimension plus 2. For example, if a player spins a dimension of 6 and rolls 3 times 4 for a product of 12, he must roll again until he gets a product or 14 or higher. If the product is not a multiple of the known dimension, the player has to choose perimeter, not area. If the product is a multiple of the known dimension, the player can choose either perimeter or area. All right, so then step 4, player 1 uses the known dimension and the perimeter or area to find the unknown dimension and records the information and work on his record sheet. So players must record a labeled sketch and 1 or more equations to show how they found the missing dimension. After player 1 has determined the unknown dimension, player 2 checks to see if the dimension is correct. Player 1 corrects the dimension if necessary. All right, step 6. Then player 2 takes a turn and repeats steps 3 through 6. All right, players take 3 turns each. At the end of the game, players add the unknown dimensions they found during the game. If they rolled less on the more or less die, the player with a smaller sum wins the game. If they rolled more on the more or less die, the player with a larger sum wins. All right, so those are the directions there. All right, so let's play. So I'm going to spin, and I'm going to choose spinner A. So I spin on my wheel, and I get a 5. All right, so what I'm going to do, the known dimension right here is 5. I put it right there. All right, so now the next thing I have to do is I got to roll my dice. So I roll my dice. I got a 5 and a 6. And 5 times 6 equals 30. So the cool thing with this one is I can do either perimeter or area, because I know 5 can be a factor of 30. Okay, so I have to figure out. I'm going to go with area. So I could do perimeter too, and it doesn't matter, but I'm going to choose area here. All right. And I just realized I forgot the first step. What I have to do is I got to figure out more or less. So I'm going to flip that, and it is more. So up here on this sheet is I am going to circle more. Right there. So now I'm going to work out that problem. I'm going to make a rectangle. I know the area is going to equal 30. And I also know the known dimension is 5. So then, not too difficult. So I got to figure out what is 30 divided by 5, or 5 times what equals 30. So a couple of ways to do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 6 times. So the missing dimension is 6. And I put that right there. All right, now my partner will go. But just for the sake of practice, let's go to my turn now. So my known dimension is I'm going to spin again on spinner A. And I got a 5 again. So I put that 5 right there. I'm going to roll the dice, and I got a 6 and a 3. So I got to go 6 times 3 equals 18. So I put that right in there. Now the problem here is that 5 cannot be a factor of 18. Okay, so area is out of the equation. It will not work. So I got to go with perimeter. So I'm going to circle perimeter. I'm going to make a little workspace here. And I know the perimeter has to equal 18. And I know the dimension is 5 and 5. So I know the top number here is going to be 5. So that means the bottom is going to be 5. So I got to figure out what the missing sides are. So I know 5 and 5 make 10. And there's 8 more. So 18 minus 10 is 8. So I'm doing my workspace here. So I take half of 8. That means both sides will be 4. All right, you guys see that? So I got my 4 here. So the missing dimension is 4. All right, so far, I'm not going to finish this game, but basically my 2 dimensions is at the end, we have to add up our missing dimensions. And since we got a more, I obviously want the higher score here. So 6 plus 4 is 10. I don't think I have the best score, but we'll see. So I just have to beat my partner and have to get a higher score than my partner. All right. Now, if I did have the less, I want a smaller number than my partner. We always have to add up those missing dimensions. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy that game. Not a too difficult game, and I think you guys will have fun. It'll be a good practice for area and perimeter and figuring out those missing dimensions by using your strategies. So I hope you guys enjoy this game, and that is it for this game, and I hope you guys enjoy that. So make sure you guys find a partner to play that game with, have some fun, play a couple times, and I hope you guys have fun. All right, and then you guys will also, when you guys are done with that game, Your assignment today is page 234. It's dealing with area and perimeter. Again, it's an area and perimeter challenge, so there's going to be missing dimensions, just like this game, but guess what? You're going to be dealing with a little bit more challenging numbers. All right, so number 1 and 2, you guys will have to find the missing dimensions there. And then question 3 and 4, those are challenge problems. Try your best, put your best effort. You know, we're looking for you guys to use your brains and try to use some of your problem solving skills. If you don't get the right answer, don't beat yourself up. It'll be okay. All we're looking for is you guys to try your best. All right, so you guys got page 234, and that will be your job. Remember, take a picture of your final piece of work. Make sure that you guys do your best work, and then you guys can send your teacher a picture on Google Slides. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys learned something and enjoyed your game. All right, go and have a good time. Sorry, I'm trying to find the pause button. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. Have a good one.